What's going on, everybody? Come on. What's going on, my good people? It's your man, Quincy Whetstone, a.k.a. Q Stone. What's going on with you, man? I'm here on my live tonight, one deep. And I hope to be 100 deep, 1,000 deep. But you know, that's what it do, man. Man, tonight is late night. And I just wanted to just share some stuff that's been going on in my life. If you don't know, which everybody should know by now, I will be getting married soon. Well, soon as in next year. And I have found a very beautiful, very intelligent, very lovely bride, my fiance. So we're getting prepared for that. And one of the things that we are doing to get prepared for that is reading some books. We're taking some classes and things like that, because our goal is to be as prepared as any couple can be. And you can't always be all the way prepared, because there's nothing like being in it. There's nothing like being in the game. You know what I'm saying? And I can relate it to, like, as far as for sports. You can practice. You can have all you can run down the field all you want, doing some practice. But there's nothing like in the game experience. But one thing I will say is, if you miss, as far as in sports, if you miss practice, if you miss your training camp or whatever it is for whatever sport, you are not as prepared as someone who has went to camp. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a rookie and you missed the whole camp, and another rookie, he went to camp, he's going to be more prepared than you. And that's what we want to be. We want to be as prepared as we can. So right now we are in camp. We are in training camp because we want to be ready for the season. And in doing that, we started reading this one book. And this book is called Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. And we are only at the very, very beginning. But I said, you know what? I'm going to just share what I've been knowing, what I've been learning from this and everything as we go along. So I just thought it'd be something really cool to share with everybody on my YouTube. So we just been reading, man, and we're at a point to where we're sharing our 10 commandments, like 10 things that we are, can I put it, 10 things that we believe in, from growing up, as far as your money, your finances, how you eat, your meal time, what you think about doing chores, and your things that they call quirky. Like, I don't like when you eat something in the refrigerator and don't put it back, because I had roommates like that. So I don't like when somebody eat up everything and don't say I ate it up, or especially if it's yours. If it's something that you really like, and you bought it and you eat it all the time, and they don't eat it all the time, but this one time they decided if they want to eat the last of it and don't let you know, and when you gone and you can buy some more on your way home, but they don't tell you until you get home. Now you're like, okay, you could have told me that earlier, so I could have bought something on my way home. Just things like that, but it's those small things that you have to be prepared for. Now look, I'm not a marriage guru. No, that's not who I am. Let me get this off here. I am not. I've never been married. I'm just telling you what we've been learning and how we want to come into it. Because, everybody always say, man, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, man. There's going to be some challenges, man, and such and such and such. Yes. But we're trying to be as prepared as we can be, so when those challenges come, we'll know how to overcome those challenges. And that's why we're reading this book, and we'll probably read some more stuff, but that's why we're reading this. And it's just a way for us to share small things, how we like to do things, how we like to live within our household, who's supposed to do what, all the roles, who's gonna do what role, and believe it or not, a lot of couples don't discuss these things before, even young couples and older couples. And it be those small things that end up causing the problem. I'm saying this because not from experience, but from what I've heard. I've heard everything. I've heard the good. I've heard the bad. I heard people say, "Well, we ain't talk about that." I wish we discussed this at the beginning, and that's why a lot of couples, when they go in, they have it's like a big surprise. Like, okay, well, I didn't know you like to leave the lights off or watch the TV while you sleep. I don't want the TV on while I sleep. I didn't know that you need the TV on while you sleep. Just stuff like that. And I don't know, we haven't discussed that either, but it might be one thing that we need to discuss. But anyway, so man, we just trying to save it, man, before it starts, whatever. And the term save it before it starts, all right, so, but I get what they're trying to say. Like, look, when these issues come up, we already know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and really all we're trying to do is just put ourselves through a boot camp, a training camp, a rookie camp for marriage, because there's nothing like being prepared for whatever you're going to be in. There's nothing like preparation. People always, you can't just walk into anything without preparation. You know what I'm saying? People say, man, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be hard, but anything that's successful is hard. What's his name? Jay-Z. He just became the first rapper billionaire. If you ask him, was it easy? He gonna say, no, it was hard. He had to do hard work in order to be that successful. So we're trying to do hard work so we can be successful. I just want to be successful. So really, man, that's what we're trying to do out here on these streets. Let me see something real quick, y'all. And everything, man. So once again, man, this book that we're reading is called Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. It got some lessons in that thing, man, and we just kind of go over, man. Even like the roles. Like, some people have different roles. Like, some people were raised doing things a little bit differently. Like, who cleans up? Who cuts the grass? Who does the shopping? Who pays the bills? Who brings home the money? Who does what? Who puts gas in the car? Little bitty stuff. And you don't even think about it. Like, I didn't even think about who put gas in the car, but that was one of the things on here. Like, who's going to be the person who puts gas in the car? Me, I'm like, if you driving, you put gas in the car. But some people like, well, when I grew up, my dad used to go every week, and take the cars and fill them up and wash them or whatever. Like, oh, okay, well, if that's something that your partner is used to, y'all need to discuss that and see how y'all are going to do it. Like to say, and once again, I'm going to keep on saying it. If you're watching this video in the middle, I'm not anything, I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not none of that. I ain't none of that. I'm just trying to learn. So as I learn, I'm just sharing what I'm learning with you. So that's pretty much it, man. But yeah, man, this book, it's been cool. And what else? It just understanding that it's not what you think it's going to be. And everybody who's been married, I already know this. This video is probably more for people who have not been married, or somebody who's been married and wish that if they did this. Like, man, I wish I did that before I got married. I wish I took my time out and read a book like this, or began reading a book like this, because we just now touching the surface on this book. We haven't got into it really deep yet, but so far I'm enjoying it. It's really cool, man, because we learning a lot within ourselves, and it provides an opportunity for y'all to discuss it. Because sometimes you in love, you're going out to eat, you talk about what y'all want to do, like where y'all want to travel to, how y'all want to live. But this book provides an opportunity for you to talk about those little things that gets you when you get in there. Those small things that become big arguments in relationships, because you don't talk about those things. But this book allows you to talk about that small little thing. Like, I don't like to leave the dishes overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta talk. You're not gonna talk about that while you're in love and you on cloud nine. Everything's good. You don't have if you don't if you don't focus on it and make it a priority. You're not gonna talk about those things until you get married, until you at the house, and all of a sudden, be like, why you leave the dishes on? Well, we can wash them in the morning, but no, we're not washing them in the morning. We can wash them tonight. And now it's going down because one person he used to leaving them overnight. Other person she used to, when they in that sink, you watching them. Ain't no bugs for to be around here at night. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that, man. And I get it. Cause it can just go from 0 to 100, like my boo say, it can go to 0 to 100 real quick, just off something like that. So you can nip that at least you can save that argument. You can save that for something else. You don't have to have that argument going in. You can just, bam, we ain't got to have that one. We can have something on something that's bigger, whatever it is. Maybe, I don't know what it, but at least we're not having them petty arguments. We can kind of hurt the relationship when it's trying to grow and develop and things like that. Once again, I'm not a marriage guru. I'm just talking out the side. I'm just speaking what I think I might know and what I'm learning and what I'm understanding, that I get it. I get it. I get it that you need to be prepared. I get that. And from reading this, I get why you need to talk about those small things, because you don't want to go in and having them petty arguments. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I'm trying to see what else, man. And it's a good way to help you communicate. I think as far as right now, our relationship, we communicate really good. But sometimes you just get to rambling on certain things that you just don't speak on certain things. So this opened up a really deeper communication. Like, well, you know what? How serious are you about this? I know you mentioned this, but how serious are you? Because sometimes we mention things in relationships and we'll brush them off at the beginning. But to the other person, it may be a bigger deal than you may think. So if you talk about it, it's cool. How everything is fun now. You're together, everybody in love, everything is new. And something that really irks you, it may not seem that important to the other person. But so you want to I think you ought to let them know that, look, I really don't like this. Like, this ain't just, oh, I don't like this right now. I really don't like this for real. So this is something I really don't care for, and make it like important, because some things to some people, they may not understand how important it is to you. So make that important. If it's something that seems, because some things may seem small to somebody and you don't realize it. And it's just human nature. I mean, if I didn't grow up that way, it's not going to seem as major to me as it is to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that we kind of learning so far with this book. Like, it's those small things, man. It's them small things that you have to talk about. And we learning so far. We got a long way to go. But I say, there's nothing like being in the battle. You can practice swinging your sword. You can practice running down the street. But that game time speed, when it hits you out the blue, when somebody say something smart out the blue and you having a bad day already, so just understanding how that person feels and being considerate. And we ain't even got to all that yet in the book. I'm just rambling now, but right now we just on those things that we don't think about that we live by. Just like, I don't like when you don't squeeze the toothpaste all the way up. I know that's stuff like that. Or don't everybody know the whole toilet seat up and down thing for men and women. Just stuff like that. How you fold the towels. Some people like, I want to fold the towels like this. Well, I don't fold them like this. Or do you even want to fold the towels? So you got to discuss that stuff, because you don't want to be up in that thing having a whole discussion over how you fold the towels, and y'all trying to be loving and being happy, and y'all can't be happy that day because somebody arguing or debating over how y'all gonna fold the towels. Get that out the way early, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to understand that early so we ain't got to even worry about that. We can worry about something else, like how we going to pay for this trip or something like that, or who, whatever, whatever we going to do, like what we going to buy, what we going to spend our money on, stuff like that. Where we going next year for our trip. That's stuff I want to talk about. Well, I want to go here this time. Well, I want to go here. That stuff like that. I don't want to be talking about, well, you didn't go put gas in my car. Well, I thought you was going to put gas in your car. But, now we're like, look, I expect that's what you're going to do. And we said this in the beginning, who was going to do what. Now, things change as times change, as circumstances change. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I'm putting my disclaimer. I'm just speaking from somebody who just learning. I've never been married, of course. All right, cool. So, yeah, man, I think I'm going to stop right there, man. Once again, I want to just share what I've been learning. I've been enjoying learning about my fiance and all the little things. It's been really, really good, man, and I've been having a good time. And if anybody out there who's considering getting married, I suggest that you begin where we're beginning right now, because so far it's helping. So far, I'm understanding why we need to do this, and I'm feeling like, wow, I'm glad we are doing this, and I want to learn more and more and more, because it makes you want to make your marriage work. Like, okay, man, we can make this work for real. Not to say that we ain't, but it encourages you when everybody else outside say, man, it's going to be some tough time, man. It ain't going to always be sugar and gravy, man. You got them people, and we get it. Well, sometimes you get tired of hearing that. You get tired of hearing, maybe it ain't going to always be easy. Now, look, there's going to be some bumps and some bruises down the road. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Well, you know what? I want to hear hey, man, if you work on this, you could be successful. I want to hear that. I want to hear, like, if you put in the work, if you put in the time, you can be successful. That's what I want to hear. Ready? I want to hear that. And then when those problems do come, you're going to be prepared for it. That's what I want to hear. Like, look, you can be prepared for them bumps. I don't want to hear, oh, it's going to be some bumps. No, look, man, if you do this, you can be prepared for those things so they won't catch you off guard and you be ready. You can nip them before they even get there. Ready? Yeah, so already. So that's it. I'm done. Once again, my name is Quincy Whetstone, a.k.a. Q Stone. And you already know, man, I got music available online. Just look up Quincy Whetstone, or you can look up Q Stone, the producer. I got an instrumental album. I got a hip hop album, righteous, spiritual, uplifting, talking about the Lord, talking about God. You can call it Christian hip hop. You can call it righteous hip, whatever you want to call it. I call it Southern hip hop gospel music. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it, Southern hip hop gospel music. Already, don't let nobody, no situation dictate how your day gonna go. Peace out.